All right, let's start. Your overall energy here, what I see is that there is some kind of fear that is standing in the way of your career. All right, you may have everything that you need in order to find success, okay, but you don't have that dose of confidence and belief in yourself. You're popping out. You're not being able to make those big, bold moves right now, okay? You're not being brave enough. You're being a coward right now. You're probably even constantly second guessing yourself and letting anxiety and self-doubt take control. You know, you're not being able to tame your situation. You're letting the situation tame you. Okay, you need to take control, and this is probably the anxiety and self-doubt is what is preventing you from making the choices that can propel your career forward. Okay, that can make you move forward. If you actually look at the strength card is, it's basically you are capable more than you actually believe you are. Okay, you are, but it's you yourself who's again second guessing the self, talking yourself down. Okay, that I don't think I can make this happen. Okay, you are not trusting your own abilities. Okay, that's why people are not trusting you in return. The vibe that you put out is the vibe that you get, right? I feel right now you're at this point where either you have or you will. Okay, you're going to reach this. You want this success. You have a lot of self-confidence in you. Okay, you probably even reached that achievement at work. Okay, you've come to a particular point in your career where you're very, very proud of yourself. You could even be getting a lot of rewards, okay, that are likely to come in your way, which can be in the form of a promotion, a raise, you know, anything, okay, that is forthcoming. If you've recently completed a project, I feel you're going to get good results. And if there are any other battles that you fought, okay, I think that things are going to be resolved in your favor. The only thing you need to do is you need to contain this moment. You need to savor this moment, okay, of contentment and confidence. Don't let this Six of Wands energy get to your head, okay, because sometimes this assuredness, okay, can turn into egoism, okay, overinflated egos, arrogance, etc., okay. You can celebrate, you know, this confidence and this achievement that you have, okay, moving forward. You probably would want to move forward and go into something in a higher level. Maybe you are in the public eye right now, okay, you're enjoying your current position here, but just see to it, the Six of Wands, there's a very thin line in being self-confident and in being egoistic, okay, so just see that you don't cross that line here. I feel you have a lot of passion right now, okay. You're probably likely in that time of that high growth of your career right now, okay. It's almost like a moment in which your preparation is meeting your opportunities, okay. So I'm getting, you know what I'm getting here, okay, let me finish, but you probably even find work is being more inspired, okay. You're finding work is particularly inspired right now, and you can push past any old boundaries, okay, and see the potential in all the experiences. This is a very good moment if you need to confront any issues, okay, that have stopped your progress or stalled your progress in the past year, because right now you seem to be in a more better position to confront them. Your creativity, problem solving skills, etc., everything's at a high right now, okay. You have all the energy that you need, which you need to put in to the best of your abilities. So yeah, what I was saying is that with the Six of Wands and the Ace of Wands, you have everything that it takes to move forward, okay. Again, but the only thing is that here you're not making that brave move. You don't like that strength, that inner strength, like, yeah, I can tame the situation. Look at this woman here, she's literally taming the lion here, you know. This is that confidence, you know. That's something you're not. That's a lot of self-doubt, okay. That's almost like a self-doubt syndrome. Someone who's almost tired of dealing with the situation or giving up too fast, okay. So yeah, you have a lot of good stuff coming in for you with that energy, with that enthusiasm, okay. You got that kick, but the thing is that, are you ready to make it happen? That's something that you need to ask yourself. When your blockages, I feel that if you have dealt with any failures lately or in the past, okay, it could have probably been because you've not put in too much effort. This is you desiring success desperately, but when it comes to putting the real work, you're probably not ready to actually work for it. On the other hand, it could even mean that you may have worked so hard that everything else has fallen by the side, okay, and you're very, very focused and you're reaching that burnout, okay. You're putting yourself through a lot of stress, overworking yourself is what I'm saying, okay. I mean, time passes by quickly, right? And before you even know it, everything can change. So take some time to review your finances. If you have a business, just make sure that you have people around you that are trustworthy, okay? Take some time out to check your legal documents. But yeah, this is also overworking, or this is not working at all. So yeah, you can be in whichever side you want. Sometimes this can also reach to someone who has everything that they need. They have the money, they have that independence, but something or the other gives them that codependent energy, okay? Insecurity, clingy, neediness. This could also be you who's overspending, is what I'm getting, okay? Maybe you're overspending also. Maybe you're trying to, you're not saving and you're spending more than you're earning, okay? So yeah, be careful about that. Things could be changing really, really quickly, okay, at work. And you're probably, what I'm feeling, why the Wheel of Fortune is that a blockage here, it's because you probably are finding it very difficult to keep up at the moment, okay? Probably there are things that are surprising you, and it almost feels like, things are disruptive to your plan. Something's moving in your favor, but you don't see it happening. There's something that probably there are some delays, or something's just not happening the way you wanted it to. Again, the universe, something is very destined and fated. It's definitely, literally, I'm getting like pushing you, it's pushing you towards something more better. Could be within this job, could be wanting a new job, could be towards a new job, okay? But you feel this is disrupting your plans here, okay? You may keep trying to make a past solution work, instead of going with the flow, okay? Alongside with the events that are unfolding right now. So yeah, I'm getting someone who's trying to pull, you're trying to push yourself against the current. You're not letting something run its course, okay? Which is again causing a lot of frustration and anger within your situation. So it's important not to cling to the past, okay? You're clinging on to the past, all your expectations from the past, which is making you remain very inflexible, and you're not ready to change your plans, okay? You're going to have to be very adaptive with the Wheel of Fortune here. Things are, the wheel's going to start hopping. It's going to be up to you whether you want to hop on or not, okay? Maybe your responsibilities are changing at work, or maybe your project requirements keep updating. Anything, okay? This can be very frustrating, but I'm getting here, instead of fighting it and trying to figure out your own process, you're getting more angry, and something's just, it's like literally like, how do I say this? You're trying to stop this entire process from running its course, okay? This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is something that is done by the universe. The more you try to fight this, the more difficult life is going to get. Instead, if you're going to be a little more adaptable, you're going to let the plans flow. If you're going to go with the flow and accept what it is, understand that if things are in your control, good, you take responsibility for it. And if something's not in your control, you accept it and just go with it, okay? This is a lot of exercising. Try and exercise a lot of self-control here, okay? Just make sure you find your center, okay? When it comes to your finances, or when it comes to your career, right, I also see there is someone here who is holding a grudge against you, or you are holding a grudge against them. This is someone who's overly critical, okay? A very overly critical person, okay? Someone who uses their words and their intellect. This is a very intelligent person, okay? But they literally use their words and intellect to create a lot of suffering, okay? So check out for someone around you, okay? Who is like this. Could be an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini around you. But this is someone who can be harsh, and someone who's just like downright cruel, okay, when they express themselves. So yeah, if this is you, you might want to learn how to communicate better, because whatever you're trying to communicate, you're not being able to put your point through, okay? The other person is not being able to get your point. You're not being able to put your point across if you're trying to explain to someone your point, okay? Maybe you're giving someone an ultimatum. Maybe you've just had it. You're fed up and sick and tired of the kind of, with the work environment or at where you really are at, okay? But again, this is being very harsh. You can't say what you want. You can be very logical about it. This is someone logical. This is someone who deals with facts. But you need to leave the harsh part out. You need to be honest. This is someone, it's like literally you can be honest, okay? But you need to care for the other person's feelings too, okay? Just don't be too harsh. This is very cruel. This is like someone really bitchy around you. You can address your concerns about a project, but don't blame someone. Could be someone who's got in the blame game, someone who's constantly holding on to the past, about what happened in the past, and trying to, use it as like a whip, like a whiplash, Trying to whip someone again and again with whatever past experiences you had. Okay, so don't do that. Just, if you calm down, and think more positively, okay? Because this is someone, again, being very, very negative, okay? Not, that is constructive criticism, if you understand what I'm saying. This is not. This is destructive. This is trying to destroy someone. When this card comes in, to me, this is more of like, you're more reacting. You're not responding, you're reacting, okay? So this is you reacting to the situation, reacting to the person, you know, criticizing the person rather than responding, okay, to the situation or whatever. This is more towards a person rather than a situation, in short, there. So yeah, that's another blockage. So you need to take care of someone around you like this, your boss, colleague, manager, or this, if this is you, cut it out. This is lack of communication skills overall. What's in store for you in the immediate future, in the near future, is that I feel that, again, you're going to land up having a lot of conflicts between your colleagues or your business partner or your boss. You're probably not being able to discuss or have long decisions, and you guys are not being able to agree to a decision, okay? You guys are not being able to come to the same page, and both of you are not being able to accept or come together to a solution, okay? There's that, I don't see a win-win solution in the near future here, okay? This is a lot of disconnection. This is, you know, your goals are different. Absolutely different. Maybe you started off as wanting the same goals and aspirations towards the company, towards the business, towards the job. But now I feel like the goals are getting diverted, okay? One person wants something else, the other person wants something completely different. So yeah, I do see a split here. There may even be one person, you know, who's doing all the work here or has to carry their other teammate, you know, who has lost all their motivation, okay? So yeah, this could be you, this could be the other person, okay? But yeah, both colleagues may be dragged down because of one person's inability to put in that fair share of work. Like I said, right? One person could be over-invested, which is not fair to the, which is not fair. Again, could be a romantic relationship that has started at your workplace, but again, I'm not getting that so much here, okay? It could spell trouble for you, so be careful about that. There are likely to be consequences that you don't foresee, okay? Should you continue down this path if you have an affair, okay? So just be very careful about that. But yeah, this is definitely two people not on the same page. Maybe one person feels they're putting in too much work and the other person isn't, okay? That's what I'm getting here outright. I think your work has also become very, very stale, or it is going to be in the near future. The progress is going to be stalled. You're probably going to be feeling so frustrated, and you know the atmosphere is going to be so stifling, okay? You're going to be, I'm getting you literally going to be in a process of searching for a more exciting position or wanting a new career path. I think you're going to have the desire in the near future to leave the security and comfort of your current position, of your current job and career. Or alternatively, I'm also getting that you may be choosing to remain in the comfort of your current position because you want to avoid the risks of searching elsewhere. Probably this is giving you stability. It's not making you happy, you don't see a future here, but still it's keeping you stable, right? I mean, there's at least something coming in that's paying your bills, right? That's paying the rent. So you're choosing to stay here even though there's a disconnection here. Or there is a disconnection and you're definitely wanting to look elsewhere and wanting to be on your own. You're ready to go on your own. This is an important lesson that needs to be learned, you know. There could be a negative pattern. The negative pattern could be something that you've been following all throughout your past workplaces. Regardless of where you go. It's your own behavior that can recreate the same problems again, okay, if it is not dealt with. Either you are, again, so when the Six of Cups reverse comes in, right, this is somewhere where you need to learn your lessons, you're not doing it. Following the same pattern over and over and over again, okay? Not learning from your mistakes, not learning from your lessons. You've probably been doing this in every job, you know, or any career or any new business, and this pattern has been there often for a very long time, okay? Staying in a place where you're not happy, but still staying there only because of not taking a risk, okay? So yeah, that is the negative pattern that I'm seeing here, okay? See, there's this disconnection here. You guys are not even on the same page, but you're probably choosing to stay here. However, I see in the near future, you're going to, I feel you're going to be taking on too many projects, okay? You're probably going to be saying yes to your boss every time they ask you to do something, even if you don't have the time, okay? Deadlines on the head, and the pressure is going to be very ever increasing. Your work life is going to be creating a little bit of considerable stress for you. So yeah, you better be standing up for yourself, ask for help, renegotiate deadlines, try to prioritize your work, okay? Because if you're not careful, things are going to be falling through the cracks, okay? Something's going to create more trouble for you. Just need to understand you're only human, okay? And the faster your boss or your colleagues understand this, the better it is going to be for everyone. So don't overcommit, is what I'm getting here. You could be overcommitting only because of the reason you see that you're not getting along, but the only reason you're overcommitting, you're wanting to do things, is because you probably either you're looking for a job and you're not getting something that you like, or you're just not sure because it's a big risk for you. If you leave this job which is giving you stability in the terms of money, at least something's coming in, okay, something better than nothing kind of attitude, you're going to land up in a lot of trouble here. People are probably going to give you a lot of work, and you're going to be overburdened, and that's going to create like a complete imbalance in your work life. Yeah, so that's what I have for you, Virgo. I hope this reading resonates with you. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.